Well, many people know Dr. Dwight McKenna as the coroner for Orleans Parish and his wife, Beverly Stanton McKenna, for her work with the New Orleans Tribune newspaper. But what you may not know is that the couple has 2 museums and that they're providing opportunities for Black artists and entrepreneurs. In today's You Ought to Know segment, we tell you how the McKenna family is preserving culture and investing in the community. The George and Leah McKenna Museum of African American Art on Carondelet Street is an impressive showcase of Black art. But who are George and Leah McKenna? Well, the simple answer is that they were a university professor and a school teacher and 2 amazing parents.
The most important thing in my life, I had nothing to do with. That's who my mother and father were. And that's why I named the museum after them.
Their son is Orleans Parish Coroner Dr. Dwight McKenna, and his wife is Beverly Stanton McKenna, the editor of the minority-focused newspaper, the New Orleans Tribune. The couple started the museum because of their love of art.
So we've been collecting since we were newlyweds.
By 2003, they had been collecting for nearly 3 decades, so they opened the museum. And what's impressive is that everything inside is from their private collection. The McKennas created a space where Black people could see themselves reflected in art, and they provided a platform for Black artists.
Some of the young Black artists now have paintings in the Smithsonian and on because their first showings were here, and without that, they would have never been started.
Several years after the McKennas founded the Art Museum, they started a second museum here on Esplanade, and this one is dedicated to preserving the history of free people of color in New Orleans prior to the Civil War. The official name is Le Musée DFPC, or the Free People of Color Museum.
You know, we have the actual slave irons that slaves used to wear. We have slave documents.
The McKennas also have a book of real estate records showing that Black people owned more than 1/3 of property in the French Quarter from the 1700s to the Civil War.
It lets young people know how their ancestors suffered, how they've achieved and how they've overcome, so that they understand that you are where you are over the backs of a lot of hardship, misuse, and abuse.
In addition to the 2 museums, the couple's most recent project is Bayou Road, where they've been buying property since before Katrina and then renting those commercial spaces to Black entrepreneurs at affordable rates.
But we intentionally set out to save that street, to keep a Black presence.
The McKenna's passion for community comes from their upbringings.
We both realized, or we were both reared in households where we knew what we had been blessed with, and we want to open the doors. As when and where you enter, you bring somebody else along with you.
And that's exactly what the McKennas are doing, making space for everyone to join them on their journey of preserving culture, creating opportunities, and empowering others. The George and Leah McKenna Museum of African American Art is on Carondelet Street. The Free People of Color Museum is on Esplanade, and you can tour that, but you need to make an appointment. We'll have the links on our website so you can get in touch with them to set up a tour. I actually did the tour of the Free People of Color Museum, guys, last weekend. The tours are done in partnership with a production company called No Dreams Deferred, and so we'll have them on later in the show to talk more about the tour. But I learned so much stuff going to this museum, and I honestly never knew it existed.
Well, and we've known about the McKennas for
sure,
decades
yes,
here in
not
this
new.
city.
But I don't know if people put together all the different things
that's
they're
what I'm
doing.
saying. This is a great You Ought to Know.
Such amazing stuff for the community.
Yeah, they are phenomenal. They're my new role models. All right, guys, we got to take a break.